Hi everyone, it's Nikki again. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving holiday. I'm still working on my squares for the Flying Goose quilt. I haven't finished because of the holidays and family, but I thought I would just show you a couple of things. If you're still working on this as well, maybe I can give you a couple of tips. If you can see this, if you see that vertical line, it does not go all the way to the edge. And you're going to have some play because you got the seam allowance. But see, it leaves a gap in your fabric here, which creates a weakness for you. So one of the tips I got from Miss Brenda, who taught me quilting in a class over at Sewingly Yours in Louisville, she told us that we need a spider. And a spider is a scrap piece of fabric. I double mine up sometimes to get the right thickness. Let me show you how this works. I'm going to get a couple of squares here that I'm working on still. Okay, now I've got one that was folded and ironed to the light side and one that was folded and ironed to the dark side. So as you recall, we're making these points and we're going to sew the two dark sides together initially. We're showing the two dark sides together so that we'll make our points. And we're only going to do half of these, so we're only going to have 24. But this is how the spider works. Get your edges together real nice and even, like you normally do when you're sewing. And it's just a quick little help, especially for beginners, which I always consider myself still a beginner. I'm always learning something. So you get your edges together, and if you can see what I'm doing here, I'm getting ready to lower the foot down onto the fabric. And in order for it to feed well, I would normally have to move it closer to the edge. If I use a spider, it takes the pressure off of the back of the foot so that this is going to feed through much easier. I can get right up to the edge, and it doesn't matter even if I'm sewing on that scrap piece of fabric. Can you see that? Okay, so all I'm going to do is use this under that foot and sew down the side. Nice and even. And I can get the end down here pretty well, but the beginning is where I have my gaps. So, as you can see, right here, this goes all the way up to the edge. And it's easier with the spider because it feeds through nicely. It takes the pressure off of the foot, and if you're sewing on your scrap, it won't matter. You can just snip it and it'll come apart. And the reason it's called a spider is because you get all kinds of little threads coming out of this that end up making it look like a spider. Okay, that's your tip. Have a great day.